The episode begins with Rimuru announcing that he will be taking attendance and tells everyone to respond loudly. First calls out Kenya's name, who completely ignores him, followed by Alice, who also rudely dismisses him. Says, "No wonder you guys are hopeless," and decides to introduce them to his friend. Suddenly, a dark shadow appears behind Kenya, scaring him enough to answer the roll call. Gale, equally terrified, follows suit. Rimuru proudly says, "See? That's how you respond," and reveals Ranga behind them, the source of their fear. Kenya accuses Rimuru of scaring them with a giant dog, to which Ranga replies, "My name is Ranga. Nice to meet you, kid." Rimuru then declares himself their teacher and demands respect, and when the kids remain silent, Ranga growls, making them agree immediately. Rimuru decides to take a test to bond with them. Alice complains they weren't informed, but Rimuru insists it's a fun activity. On the ground, Rimuru challenges them to try and defeat him in 10 minutes. Kenya steps up first, chooses a sword, and boasts he'll win easily, claiming only Shizu-sensei was strong enough for him. Rimuru dodges all of Kenya's attacks with ease and advises him to rely on his royal energy instead of just flame power. Chloe follows with a powerful water magic attack, showcasing great control. Gale uses a spirit ball, which Rimuru eats using. Gluttony Ryota transforms into a fierce form, but is still no match. Alice uses her stuffed toy as a golem, showing great potential. Eventually, Rimuru gains their trust and shows them Shizu's mask, earning their respect. Later, he defeats a sky dragon threatening the kingdom, stunning everyone with his power. Finally, Rimuru meets a man named Gelmod and proposes a business alliance, later learning from a waitress the location of the Queen of Spirits, setting the stage for the next journey. The episode begins with Rimuru explaining that he has come to fulfill Shizu's final wish, protecting the children. He reveals that the kids were summoned from Earth and possess an immense energy tied to their souls, which, if left uncontrolled, could destroy their physical bodies and result in death. Rimuru recalls how Shizu survived only because her demon spirit, Ifrit, helped her control her power, and now he's determined to help the children the same way. They arrive at a massive door, where the children feel uneasy but pretend to be brave. Ranga volunteers to lead, and Rimuru tells everyone to stick together. Though the path ahead looks straight, Rimuru uses his mind-mapping skill to detect a hidden maze. As they proceed, they hear unsettling laughter. A voice mocks their fear, and Rimuru asks the spirit to guide them to the superior spirits. By his confidence, the spirit reveals a glowing path. At the end of the path, a golem stands guard. The spirit says Rimuru must defeat it to proceed. Rimuru tries to assess the golem, realizing it's made entirely of metal and more powerful than the sky dragon. He avoids using black thunder due to the children nearby. As the golem attacks, Rimuru dodges and binds it with his steel thread, then finishes it using hell flare, melting the golem completely. A small fairy named Ramirez appears, claiming to be the Queen of Spirits. After a comic exchange, Rimuru finally convinces her to help. She guides them to the sacred place to summon spirits, and Rimuru prepares to fulfill Shizu's regret. The episode begins with Ramirez explaining that this is the place where they must wish to summon superior spirits. When Kenya asks how to call them, she says they can say anything from "please help me" to "come out and play." Ryota worries if spirits will really come, but Kenya assures him not to worry. Rimuru tells them to give it a try, and if no spirit appears, he can summon a demon instead. Gale is the first to try and pray sincerely. Small glowing particles begin to gather, which Great Sage identifies as inferior spirits. Rimuru decides to absorb them using his gluttony skill, and then uses Degenerate to combine them into a superior spirit. She then transfers into Gale, stabilizing his energy. Alice goes next, nervous but successful, as Rimuru repeats the process and her magic becomes stable. When Kenya's turn comes, a superior spirit appears even before he prays a light spirit in elf form, who chooses Kenya willingly. Ramirez questions the spirit's arrival, but it says it came for the boy. The spirit enters Kenya, and everything goes smoothly. Rimuru continues the process with Ryota. Finally, Chloe steps up, confesses her feelings to Rimuru, and then summons an immense spiritual energy that shocks everyone. It passes through Rimuru and into Chloe's body in energy so high level it's identified as coming from the future. Ramirez reveals it might be Chloe's own spirit, possibly reborn through divine time magic. After stabilizing everyone, Rimuru completes his promise to Shizu. He gifts costumes and Shizu's mask to the kids before leaving, ending the season with hope and reflection. The episode begins with a mysterious lady drawing patterns in blood and praying to summon a powerful entity to kill a certain demon, offering her soul in return. A powerful upper-rank demon appears, curious why such a weak human summoned him. She begs him to kill them, and he accepts, taking her soul and stating her offering is enough for 3 days of service. Meanwhile, Shizu arrives at the kingdom of Filtwood, recently plagued by demon activity. She meets her old friend Kuroga and learns a powerful demon has already killed many adventurers. Meeting is held at the king's castle where the minister informs everyone that the 2 Silver Wings heroes have died, shocking the adventurers. He mentions the demon was once sealed by a great light and now is loose. One adventurer argues this info is insufficient and wants to leave but is stopped by guards. No one is allowed to leave. Strange presence is sensed by Shizu, who identifies a powerful being among them. The demon Kuro reveals himself and battles Shizu after introducing himself. Shizu, wielding flame powers and a special mask, fights back fiercely, but Kuro matches her. Eventually, he disappears, warning their paths may cross again. Later, Shizu is tricked into attending a fake ceremony where the minister reveals himself as the sealed greater demon Thrush. Shizu is overpowered until Kuro returns, kills the demon and his men, and disappears. Shizu walks away, reflecting on the chaos. The episode ends with a mysterious figure watching Rimuru and Ifrit's battle.